Where's all the ice with all the platinum under that? PUA is over, I don't think it's coming back. Now niggas jacking cars, they just trying to run it back. Nigga 2030 large, how the fuck you fumble that? It's the guy G-Holy repping G-Holy.com, and this is why I'm here, man. This is why I came to the game. This is why I'm important. This is why my voice important. This is the entire reason. Let's be clear. I'm doing well in life, right? I don't have to come on YouTube and make videos. Of course, I'm going to monetize the shit somehow because I'm here. But I'm not here for I'm here for the culture, period. I feel like the culture need me, my voice specifically, to preserve certain elements that make the culture what it is. So that's why I'm here. We're going to get into this Pusha T album review. It's basically an audio version of I'm literally just going to read what I wrote on the site, which is gholy.com. And it's an audio version. So let's just get into it. I ain't going to do too much talking. Just know that at the end, if you stay to the end, I'll do things that I didn't say in the article. So there'll be things that I didn't say inside of the article that I'll get into right after I read the article right now. So if you stay here, it's kind of better. But if you want to go read the article, that's cool too. If you like a, book reader, some shit like that. All right. The real Pusha T, It's Almost Dry album review. 8.8 to 9.1. Pusha T's It's Almost Dry album review. Pusha T sells cocaine. Let's get this out of the way. On It's Almost Dry, he sells coke up and down this Pharrell and Kanye production. In fact, our partners at Hip Hop Numbers, shout out to Hip Hop Numbers, report King Push references the Euphoriant 37.9% of the album's bars, more than 9% above the Virginia native silver medalist, Fear of God 2, Let Us Pray. This is important to note. Coke rap, a recent-ish media coin phrase, has degraded the value of some of rap's most potent product. Pun intended. At least in the minds of outlier rap fans who champion content leaving context and complexities lying on the cutting room floor. With that being said, there are many layers to get to. Let's start at production. The Ye vs. P battle results in some of their best batches of beats this side of 2010. Pharrell has traded in some of his bounce for airy ambiance, open air, and Call My Name especially. Yeezy, who has a ton more collaboration in his efforts, fully fleshes out his ideas on IAD. It almost makes Daytona seem bare, certainly undercooked. Rock and Roll, the only beat the two chefed up as a duo, may be the best beat here. Kind of makes you rethink whether we needed more of this on their respective commercial primes, Maybe even a CRS album with Kanye, Skateboard, and Lupe Fiasco. Push has somehow found a way to be even more menacing on Just So You Remember. He's quoted as saying the Joker from Batman was a huge inspiration on It's Almost Dry, channeling even. He is literally delivering the refrain through his gritted teeth. You track hawk niggas are not my equivalent. Push your belts on the track with so much disdain for his target that you can smell their stink he so much despises. Next level storytelling adds even more points to the former Good Music's president already packed sliders. Brambleton sees detailed dealings with Anthony Jeezy Gonzalez. Tony was also the motivation behind Snitch from 2003's My Name Is My Name. Slick wordplay has the disses partly coming in cold. Niggas need to tone it down. He subtly sneaks in. Even as Jay-Z spits the most whole verse imaginable, story mode Push possibly steals the show with Richard Pryor's Flame gave birth to Pipe Dreams, Now I'm Here. The legendary comedian famously set himself on fire, high from freebasing, a precursor to crack cocaine. Speaking of which, Diet Coke plays more like an interlude on the 12-track outing for 4 reasons. 1 being the song structure, 2 being placement. It feels like the end of Act 1 going into Act 2. 3, production sticks out like a sore thumb. Also, hear me clearly, somewhat. 4, being depth. The aforementioned track is the most shallow of them all. it plays more like an ad for Coke than a look into the lifestyle. That alone shows how much our villain digs in for the rest of the track list. On to the Follies. The second interlude S track is Scrape It Off. Easily the least quality song on IAD. You can most likely thank Pharrell and his relationship with Lil Uzi for the hiccup, but it's not entirely a lost cause. Lil Uzi's verse, even the lyrics like "My Buzz like Woody," brings some much, even like with horrible lyrics like that. I should have said that. Even Lil Uzi's verse, even with lyrics like "My Buzz like Woody," bring some much needed fun and nothingness to the darker half of the album. Upon initial listen, Open Air seemed to be as stale and purposeless with its dry, drumless hook space. It'll be highlighted by third listen. Trust us. It all caps with I Pray For You featuring his brother and longtime Clips rhyme partner, Malice. We recently heard the pair via Punch Bowl from Nigo's I Know Nigo album. For most of his career, Malice has anchored Pusha T as the voice of reason. Here, Malice, noticeably dropping the no, seems to have sidestepped to his brother's side, literally reminding us he's ever present even in his vocal absence with "My brother round you, watch my brother round you bitches. I know he pretends. I might whisper in his ear, bury all of them." In conclusion, there are many elements from My Name Is My Name mixed with Daytona, added in with a slightly more introspective Pusha T. Quite possibly his best set of rhymes lay on It's Almost Dry, engaging, visual, and brash as ever. The grinding rapper also explores and employs more flows than ever before. Each beat unlocks a new and different pattern from Push. The comparisons to this year's Tana Talk 4 by Benny the Butcher are many. TT4 runs 12 deep and splits instrumental duty with his best collaborators, Alchemist and Derringer. Content, of course, has similarities. Some might say IAD is the album version of TT4's more mixtape feel. Everything is God tier about this album. Rap to production, there are levels. The Joker laugh throughout adds context through intent. Terrence, Pusha T, Thornton loves this world. The married drug dealer even named my son Bricks lyric from I Pray For You says it all. Gholy.com 2022. Okay, this is an excellent way to proofread my shit. All right, so things that I didn't say in the article. I see people saying let's let the smokers drive the coupes is like, it's too, I don't know, whatever for the album. I'm going to say this. It's very brave to put something like Let the Smokers Shine the Coupes as the number 2 thing on the album, because you're going straight from Brambleton, which is like, it's a syrupy type joint. And then you go right hard. Boom, bam, boom, bam, with Let the Smokers Shine the Coupes. But it's a very brave thing to do, and it actually works. And that's another thing that it has that's like Tana Talk 4. Because Tana Talk 4 starts the way it starts, and then it goes into back 2 times, which is like not so, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a tough number 2. It's a tough number 2, but after a while you realize, this belongs at number 2. So there's that. The fact that Pusha channeled Malice for some of these verses, that wasn't really said on the article either. He definitely channeled Malice pretty often, not a lot, maybe like 2 or 3 verses where he kind of made, it was like more, some of these songs is more like clip songs with Pusha playing Malice, like the second verse of Dreaming of the Past, for instance, is definitely like, it's just a Malice verse. It was a few Drake subs in there that I didn't mention, a few Wayne subs in there. The Wayne sub was, the Drake sub, I forgot what the Drake sub was. But the Wayne sub was, on Call My Bluff, where he says, the villains, the killings, no ceilings, I yawn. That was definitely a Wayne sub. Let me see, what else did I not mention? That's about it. Pusha T, he knows himself well. He knows his archetype. He's the Joker. He embraces it.
We never really seen anything like this in hip hop before. I see what he's saying, like with the Scorsese shit. And why my score is so high is because when you really come pick this album apart, it's nothing to see. Like, look, this is why I'm here, right? Because I'm in tune with the streets a little more than the average nigga that be on YouTube, like trying to, do this shit. You know what I'm saying? So like niggas won't even like niggas for the reasons that the niggas in the streets like niggas. You get what I'm saying? Pusha T don't have the biggest street fan base, but his core is still like, listen, lines like buying Biggies, but we was on some Tupac shit. People don't even know that when he's saying Biggie, you know what I'm saying? Referring to a big, it's a Coke reference that will fly over your head. Like it is coincidentally, no pun intended. It's like, if you know, you know. And a lot of that shit fly over a lot of people's heads. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know as much about the lifestyle, especially currently, they even catch certain shit like that. You get what I'm saying? So, or the Richard Pryor line, like I said, the Richard Pryor's flame gave birth to pipe dreams. That's dope storytelling, right? You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't have a bar that's better than that. Like, that 2 bars is a whole entire story. That's a generational story right there. You get what I'm saying? Like, people who jumped into the crack game, they seen the effects that it was having. Like, people that's like Pusha T age, that was like a little younger than Hov, because Hov was like, a teenager when Pusha T was like, he was early on in that. He was like 5'6", so he's watching this shit. You get what I'm saying? And that shit turned a lot of people out just seeing how much money niggas was getting. So it's like the spectator view, and then them niggas start hustling like in the 90s. You know what I mean? So I know that story personally because I'm right after Pusha T. You get what I'm saying? The Pusha T's was the niggas I was looking at on the block, and I'm from a real hood. So certain shit like that, when he say that, I know that's real shit. You know what I'm saying? When they say, in Paid in Full, when they say, yo, Scarface changed the hood, that's real shit. Scarface was niggas' favorite movie, and they wanted to get money, and they wanted to do it just like that. So it's like certain mentions you're not really going to get if you're not of the ilk where you would actually catch the lines that he's saying. And it's so much density in these bars. That's why I didn't try to personally, like my reviews is only going to be at least 7 days out, because certain shit is not easily digestible. And you're going to see people is going to come back to this album and say what I'm saying right now at the end of the year. When the end of the year talks start coming up, they're going to have to mention Pusha T, and they're going to be like, damn, mark my words, write this down. It's going to be people who whisper, damn, what about that Pusha album though? Because it's so almost airtight with only like a few joints that, you know what I'm saying? Like, tweak it a little bit, maybe make it 9-10 songs, tweak it a little bit, and it's a perfect album. So you'll see when it all roll back around. You can come back to this and say, yo, I told you so. But right now, Pusha T album is at 8.8 to 9.1. That's the official rating from gholy.com, and you could bank on it, you could bet on it. It's visual, it's lifestyle, the beats is dope, it take you into a world. I don't know what else niggas want. I don't know what more you can ask for. It's the guy Gioli, repping Gioli.com. I think I said everything. I'm out of here.
Yeah, and self-esteem is at an all-time low. The people feel without the filters, they ain't got that glow. And everybody think everybody doing better than them, but they fake when it's time to define better again.